Another time. Are we rolling now?
We're rolling, bro. You getting the song? Is this like a Christmas song?
Just wait. Yeah, boy.
This is a DMX Christmas.
Yeah, DMX Christmas.
We're getting close, kind of.
Why are we listening to this?
I don't know.
Couldn't fucking push a sled.
This guy's trying to trigger me before we even get into this pod.
Hello, baby.
This guy's got gimmicks.
Hold up.
What is this?
You still tight? Hey, boy. You still tight? You still tight?
Get out of here, bro.
Yo! Oh, man, that was good.
Should we, wait, hold on. Like, you know, this is.
Oh, a little ASMR again?
This is my thing.
Yep, get kinky with it. All right, ready?
Oh.
Ooh, I just touched the cold to my nipple there a little bit.
I need this.
Yeah, you do so you don't fall asleep. This is like mid-afternoon pod. Fucking late evening.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers to you, buddy. So, we are on episode 8 of the True Potential podcast. And today we are talking about Dalton's Hyrox performance for number 8. And some other things, obviously. But, well, I don't know where you want to begin, because this is going to be all about you and that fucking gritty-ass performance that you put on a couple weeks ago.
I appreciate that.
But yeah, we'll get to why we started with a little Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen. But yeah, why don't you start us off with just that experience? And it was your first one, right?
Was my first Hyrox, my first official race, which was great. I had a ton of fun. Overall, probably like one of the hardest things I've done physically, but the most fun that I've had doing something physical in a long time. And I've done a lot of like hard stuff. Like I've run marathons, half marathons, ultra marathons. I've done some CrossFit stuff. I would say like in totality of like how I felt in the moment, and I would say Hyrox is probably one of the most challenging things that I've done, based on just like feeling and mix of fitness, like skills and strengths. Probably the hardest.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But isn't that fun though? Because I think you're a multifaceted hybrid athlete right now at this point, eh? But you're multifaceted, right? Obviously you're a great runner. We all know that. You've built that up over time. But you're fucking strong, dude. And you've always been strong. So it's kind of cool that you get to apply all these things to something, right?
Yeah, that's why I was really intrigued to do Hyrox. And it's funny, like, it's so hilarious to be like, oh, you're a great runner. Like, for me to hear that is an interesting thing, because, like, being someone who was not a great runner and who didn't run at all until, like, 5 years ago, really. Yeah. I would agree with you. I would say, like, my running is a strong point in my ability to do Hyrox. Yeah. I wouldn't classify myself as a great runner yet, but I would say I'm doing okay.
Man, come on now.
But you're right. Yes, it blends a lot of the things that I actually really love. Like historically, I would call myself a strength athlete. Like being a football player, a lot of what we did was train power, train athleticism, and then transition to CrossFit was a lot of like lifting, being strong, not like some type of endurance stuff, but you weren't really running or doing long domains of time as you do in like CrossFit. Yeah. And then transitioning into running, where I went pretty much all in on running for like 5 years, which was more, that was the primary focus. Like I was still strength training, but I was like, how do I become, a better runner and try to hit these time goals? I think like it was a perfect time to like merge them all together, which excites me. Like one of the things that I have reflected on as to why I do these things is like I really want to try to get the most out of myself physically and mentally and like see what I can do. So by like challenging myself with these different things, it's like I was never a great runner. It's like, okay, well, let's see what I can do. Yeah. And now it's like, okay, can I put this into Hyrox and see what I can do? It's just like, it's fun. I have fun doing that.
But I think the important perspective for other people too that don't necessarily maybe know you as well is that you put time into things for a period, like long time, like years into something, years into getting good at running, years into lifting prior to that when you were a football player, right? And now you've put, I would say, almost a year into the Hyrox grind, like realistically about almost a year.
Yeah, right? It's probably my shortest time domain that I've committed to something. Like I'm committed to doing more of them, so like this was like my first one. But yeah, to your point, like I think one of the things that I really try to share with people through like my Instagram and like what we do at the movement and like these challenges that I do is like it just takes time to develop these things, and it takes commitment. And that's like just something that I think we get this idea that it's like a flash in the pan kind of thing. Why are you giggling at me?
Fuck you. You can't keep the you can't sit that on the couch. You just already
Where do you want me to put it?
We didn't rent these. These are mine. I bought these.
Dude.
And this guy's sitting shit on the cushion like he doesn't give a fuck.
Listen.
Have some respect when you're in my home. Have some respect.
I was just in the zone.
I know, I didn't want to fuck it up, but I was like,
me.
he's gonna spill. Oh my God. Might as well shout out our sponsor now. Just kidding, we're not sponsored by, move this for a second. God, learn how to do things.
This guy gets one podcast and now.
We're gonna hit this company up later.
Okay,
we're coming back.
Okay, can I talk?
Yeah, sure. Hit me up, go.
One of the things that I try to portray is that it takes time to develop these things. And I think a lot of times, and I've fallen prey to this before, it's like you see, even like my Instagram, for example, like you come onto my Instagram and you see some of the stuff I've been posting in the last month and you think, wow, this is crazy. Like this guy is doing all this stuff, but it's like behind the scenes, I've been like years of training. Like I've been lifting weights since I was 15, but I've also been committed to training endurance for 5 years. I have a background in like strength and CrossFit. It's like, one of the things I try to really get across is like, you can do a lot of things. You just have to commit the time to it. And I don't think that is normally what people look at when they're pursuing something like that.
No, they don't. And that's why people also can't believe sometimes that you were as heavy as you were, that you run as fast as you do now. It's like adaptation over time is incredible.
Yeah.
But people stop or they don't even try. Right? Like, and we've had this conversation before about weightlifting and how long we've both been doing that for. But even I just will say, because we've talked a lot more about running you and I lately, it's like what I've been able to adapt back to or been able to kind of add on. It's incredible. And it's like, and again, that's why it was so impressive watching you from the sidelines, just like finally get to turn all this training into a performance, because I'd known how hard you'd work at this specific race and like the modalities in the race. So why don't you take us through the race itself? We were just talking about this before we got on this podcast, and I think your perspective on race day would be good because that kind of shifted. So why don't you take us through those two things?
Yeah, so like the race itself, I mean, one of the things I love about doing these races and being competitive, and it's why I really encourage people to do them in their own capacity, is like it really exposes you to who you are, because it puts you in a situation where like you are a little nervous. Like I spent the last 6-7 months training my ass off to try to go do this, and I have goals and I want to hit those and they're important to me. So it's like I want to go out and perform. So I'm a little bit nervous and I have to manage this anxiety of like trying to perform and being excited. And I think that is like a really important thing to learn how to do in your life, especially as you become an adult. You tend to remove yourself from these competitive environments because you're no longer playing sports as a kid, or it's seen as like whatever. It's just seen as like you shouldn't be competitive anymore as you get to a certain age,
well,
especially
have to.
In athletics. Yeah.
Right? Even just in anything. Like, remember when we had to go do speeches on stage when like school required that of us, like to talk in front of human beings? I don't even think they require that anymore. But it's like, it's good to have requirements of you. Things you have to step up into that are challenging.
Yeah.
But yeah, once you break out of school, you have the requirements of your job, but like even then, people just don't really keep growing after that unless they're trying to, unless you're trying to take on these pursuits. Yeah. And they teach you so much about yourself. I agree. So continue.
Yeah, and I like that. So, you know, the day of the race, it's funny, it brings me back to like when I was playing sports. Like I didn't end up having to go till like 8 o'clock at night, which is different for me. Like normally I'm training earlier in the morning. You know, you get up, you eat, you go, you perform. Like now it's like, okay, I'm starting at like 8 o'clock. Like what the hell do I do with my life? You know, it reminds me of like Friday Night Lights when we play football, where like all day long you'd have to wait to like perform. So there's like these anxieties that you get, this nervousness, you're thinking a lot about things. So trying to manage that, as silly as it sounds, is like kind of fun to me. So I made sure I stacked, you know, my day with like things to do. So I'm like, all right, I'm waking up, I'm gonna go for a run, I'm gonna have a coffee, I'm gonna make breakfast, I'm gonna clean my whole apartment. Bro, I baked cookies.
You baked cookies?
Yeah, I baked cookies.
Wow.
I was like just trying to figure it out.
Did you find peace in that? That was good.
Yeah, it like kept me distracted.
I never saw those cookies. Like that was never given to me as being your photographer. I never received cookies.
I can consume them.
I was told there was going to be a wage associated.
yeah.
You know, that never came.
It'll come back around.
Okay, fair enough.
So anyway, did all that. It was fine. Around 2 o'clock, I started getting anxious because I ran out of things to do, and then that's when I called you to come over. So
yeah, hey man, can you get here please? Because I got nothing to do and I'm going a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. We'll see you in a bit.
But anyway, that was fun. We get there probably a little bit early, like 5 o'clock. Do you want me to go through just like the whole thing?
I mean, I want to go through like the highlight reel of what you, like the perspectives you had on it. Because I think you said one again earlier. I know exactly, like, you know the one I'm talking about. I want to hear about that one. I want to hear how things have changed for you. This is, again, past you, like building up to all these big events, running marathons, doing all this shit.
I think, I know what you're getting at.
So hit me with it.
I think like what I've grown and learned is that you can be competitive with yourself, you can be serious, you can want to perform, but you can also enjoy and have fun in the moment. And a lot of times for me in the past, I would get very obsessed with the performance outcome. And like all I would focus on and prioritize is that, which was fine, but what I was realizing is that I was missing out on the moments of actually enjoying the process of the event, of performing, of the things leading up to it. And so like more recently I've tried to change my mindset around like I am going to be serious, I am going to go perform, I expect a lot out of myself and that's good, and I'm going to put things in place to do that, but at the same time I'm really going to try to enjoy my time and the people that I'm with. And like part of that was like you coming with me and filming and having my brother there and having Will there and having my dad there. It's like before I would be so like obsessed on the outcome that I wouldn't even enjoy the process of that. And so something I really tried to do this time around was enjoy the moments, like listening to music in the car, having fun, getting ready for the event. I'm still focused on what I want to do, but like I'm enjoying that process. Going to the venue, seeing my dad, having him there, joking with him, seeing Will, walking in and checking in and going through the process and seeing the layout and joking around with you guys. Like all of those things are really important to making the experience what it was. And I think in the past I probably would have foregone that to the level that we experienced it, thinking that like all that mattered was the performance.
Yeah, sometimes, I don't know, when we feel like we need to be performative as well, right? And really overexert or overperform, even when we do these types of things, we can kind of get in our heads. And actually, the best performances come out of pure fucking joy for what you're doing.
That's a good word, yeah.
Right? And I think like that's something, I don't know, but take like going back to high school and playing basketball and playing other sports, like sometimes the sports I cared less about, I just performed better at because I didn't care. Like, I wasn't
there's
so
no
worried
pressure,
about
there's
it,
no expectation.
right? But then you get the playoffs and these things happen, right? Like, no, that wasn't like the Super Bowl of your life. Like, and again, no real one day should be anything that important where like nothing else matters. Like, all things matter, and that's kind of what we've talked about: is wearing many hats, not having your identity tied to one thing, and that I think is what you've just learned. It's just you have a different approach. That was so important to you. I know how important to you that was. Like, we have talked about it so many times. And again, we'll get to like the race because there was a couple moments there where I felt for you. Like really, truly, deeply. It was like fucking a little bit gut-wrenching experience for me. But because you put so much work into it. But at the same time, like, dude, we were 2 weeks prior, we were fucking on the run and you're yelling at me, this is where I get better. This is where I get better. And I'm like, oh, this guy's so fucking locked in and happy about who he is and what he's about to do, that like this is a fucking great place to be in. Right? It was just, I know, like, I've got to know you so well. It was so cool. And like, yeah, you were actually way more chill than I thought you'd be, eating your fucking little English muffins and shit. But like, you also knew what you needed. You took your time to get away. And
I think I'm at a place now with it is like I know what I need to do as well. So it comes with some maturity, and it's so funny to even say this, like maturity and performance for what? Like a fucking Hyrox event that like is like, in reality I'm not a pro or anything like that, but there is some things that I think like are good about taking that stuff serious. Like you should care. Like I care about it, so like I want to do well at it. So I've built these skills, which what I try to share, and this is all coming together a lot with like who I am becoming and what I want to portray to people, that like in this idea of digging deep, like it's all layering together so perfectly because I'm going through the experience myself, that like I've grown these skills of like, okay, yes, I can lock in and focus on getting fit and doing these things, and I can perform and I can learn, I can become better. But at the same time, there's way more to that. It's like the enjoyment of the experience. It's having fun. It's like being happy in what you're doing. And like those things coming together are so important. I think when I was trying to figure this all out, I wasn't focusing on that. I was just strictly focusing on how do I become better, how do I become the best. And I think I had to go through that to develop those skills because I feel very comfortable now and like I know how to set myself up for success. I know how I need to train. I know the mentality I need to have. I know the sacrifices I need to make, and that's important to me. But at the same time, I need to run by you and be like, I get stronger, bro, because that's fun. Like training, doing that thing is fun, and I enjoy that, and that's the part that's come in that I think has made this better, and it's actually just like developed me more as a person even, which is crazy.
Yeah, you're balanced.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, this is not something to be missed because just because you're not going to be the best in the world at something or go pro or whatever, doesn't mean it doesn't matter. Doesn't mean it's still not fun to train for these things.
No, it does matter, yeah.
Like, I've just seen so much more things on social media, and I have so many accounts that I follow that are like trying to promote basketball for just the general person and trying to get better at that. And there's like so many talented people out there that just play like pickup or playing like leagues and stuff, and I love to see it. Like I just love to see people continue to train and perform and try to take care of their bodies to be something that they take pride in.
Yeah.
But like your identity doesn't have to be associated with like where you make it in the ranks of whatever. Like who cares?
Yeah, it can matter. It can matter
It can be
because
exciting for you.
It does matter to me.
Oh,
but it
yeah,
doesn't
you're
have
a
to
place.
be the only thing, right? And I think that is what I've come at these things, and especially Hyrox was a very good like culmination of all these things that I've been like building over the last 6 months with myself and with like training, and that was like cool because there's a good lesson story that I learned from just the performance itself, like after actually doing the race, you know, and it wasn't the fucking outcome because I didn't hit the outcome that I wanted.
No, and that's like, I said grit earlier. I think I've said resilience. I don't know what I've said. I've said all this like really complimentary shit about you.
Thanks, buddy.
But dude, like we'll talk about it. I'm just going to lead right into it. You got fucking stuck early.
So I go into these events with a game plan of like how I'm going to approach things.
Yeah.
Because I played football, I like the idea of 4 quarters. So I split everything into 4 quarters of like where I should be in the race and how I should be feeling, this kind of stuff. Just things that help me get through it. Quarter 1 was getting past the sled because I was nervous about the sled because I know how heavy the sled was. I had trained with it. And I knew that like that could be something that I struggled with, even though I was like well trained and all this kind of stuff. Like I knew that would be something that could be a challenge. So that's quarter 1. What happens in quarter 1? I get punched in the fucking mouth.
Yeah, buddy had a rough first quarter.
That's it. And that's like what are you gonna do with that? And like
you're down 14. What are you gonna do about
I go into this event with a goal of going sub 110. I believe that I was fit enough to do that.
Yeah.
I come out of the race, everything was good. I was in good. I got no injuries. Everything. I'm good to go.
Yeah, you're in great shape. Yeah.
First like station run, everything smoking it, great. Third in my heat. My goal is like. Overall, I'm like, I just want to hang with the top guys in my heat and see what can happen because I think I'm capable of that.
Yeah.
And so going into that, I'm like, cool, we're here. Like I rolled up, 2 other guys were there. I lean in to push the sled, and the sled doesn't move. Like, and I'm not exaggerating this. Like we could pull up the film. You were there.
Yep,
I couldn't fucking move the sled.
I know.
Like
I
it
was like, how much
wouldn't
does he want me to film of
budge.
this? He's not going anywhere. I was like, do I stop for a bit or?
Now my worst nightmare is coming true, bro.
Yeah, man, I was fucking, in my gut, I was like, oh, goddamn. Like, normally, what are you, like a 4?
Probably like 4 minutes.
What did it take?
8 minutes.
Oh, man, yeah,
and so,
double the time.
And here's the thing, okay? Like, you can sit there and there's some people that will be like, oh, the sled, the turf, the carpet, it's different. There's been things in Hyrox that shows that this is some lanes are hard.
What are you going to say?
What am I going to say?
Doesn't fucking matter.
Doesn't matter.
Everybody's using the same fucking carpet.
I still got to move the fucking sled. So it doesn't matter.
No, man.
So what
sucks.
What happened was I struggled a lot. It took me double the time. I finished second last on the sled out of everyone in the pro division, which is crazy to me. Like, in no disrespect, but like, that's not where I should be in that place.
Yeah, you're well trained for that event.
Whatever the reasoning was, I think at the end of the day, it's my fault for a couple reasons. One, I should have tested the sled in warm-up. I didn't test the sled in warm-up because I was nervous that if I tested the sled and it felt heavy, it would get in my head. So I said, screw this.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know about
So
that.
I said, I'm not going to touch the sled. I'm just going to go for it. In hindsight, I should have touched the sled, because what I would have learned is that the way that I was pushing the sled at my place and at the place I was training, the leverage was a bit different. For whatever reason, I don't know. It wasn't the same.
Always touch the sled, folks.
Always touch a sled. And so then I went to push it the way that I always pushed it, and it wouldn't move. And then it took me a while to figure out, how the fuck do I actually move this thing? And then once I started figuring out, okay, I need to put my body in this position, I was so tired from trying to figure out how to do it
Gas yourself out.
that I had to go slower, because I'm like, if I actually try to make up ground here and go crazy, I will die the rest of the race.
It's this fucked up thing where like you were like battling yourself.
I was.
It's like I can't get this to move. I'm pushing harder. That's not fixing it. And it's like you know time's slipping by. You know people are finishing around you.
And I just know how my goal is on the edge, where I have no time to waste.
Well, so and this is the most important thing I want everybody to take away from this, because this was the thing I was the most impressed with. This guy is fucking behind. I will go through the rest of the race. I watched this motherfucker grind. You did not throw it all away. You were grinding the rest of the way. At one point, I'm literally taking the camera and watching him lunge past people. Like, just full stop, just fucking boom, 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 lunge, lunge, lunge. Like, so dialed back in. Like, you could have just said, fuck it, I'm done. My training's a waste, blah, blah, blah. But it was like, you took pride in your craft. You're like, I'm going to give it my absolute all. I don't know what was going through your head, so I'd love to ask you. But watching it, man, because there were so many other events, you absolutely smashed.
Yeah.
Like the carries, the farmer's carry, unreal. Yeah. Lunges, unreal. Fucking burpee broad jumps trying to catch back up.
Yeah, I mean, in the end, I finished like 58th, right? And I was
how
like,
many?
I don't know, but I was like literally the last place on the sled.
Yeah, man.
Which is the second event.
It was incredible to watch.
Yeah, and so like, I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I really do appreciate that. Because that's like what I mean, dude, I sit here and talk about this idea of digging deep all the time. It's like, dude, this guy can dig deep. So if you want to,
asked for it.
So if you want to know what's going through my head at that moment, there was a point in time, and probably no one saw this, but like, I stopped one time and I literally, bro, all I could do is just laugh, because this is why it's funny, because here I am, posting this stuff on social media, trying to be like I got these goals, putting myself in the arena, putting myself out there. I don't have to do any of that.
No.
And I literally thought in my head, I'm like, this is it. I'm done. I'm not going to make it past the second station because I can't move the sled. And in that moment, I was like, well, either you do that or you figure it the fuck out.
Yeah, because that's life. You move forward. What, are you going to move forward like with less emphasis? You're going to tone yourself back down? Like, this is such a microcosm of life.
Yeah.
You hit a fucking wall. What are you going to do? You're going to climb over top of it. You're going to go around of it. You're going to dig a tunnel underneath of it.
Yeah.
Dig deep.
Yeah.
Like, do something, because you can't get stopped by it.
Yeah. And that's one thing, just the decision to move forward, which I chose and I got through.
Yeah.
The bigger thing, and this is where I'm very proud of this. This is like this is better than any time goal, and this is why I think you need to put yourself in the arena, is like, my mindset after that was, all right, that just happened. Now I got to go do the rest of the work. And you could easily let that thing ruin the rest of your race. And in my head, I was like, that's over. I literally cannot do anything to change the fact that I just got stuck. But what I can do is I can reset, I can reframe, and I can say, okay, all you got to do now is recover on this run. Recover on this run, try to run as fast as you can. It's not going to be as fast as you wanted to, but you're going to recover on this run, and you're going to go pull the fucking sled now. And that's all I could do. And so I just kept saying to myself, okay, just get to the next station. It's like, you got to get to the next station, you got to keep moving. And eventually it came back around. Like, I had to change my game plan. I couldn't run as fast as I wanted to. I went slower on the sled pull than I wanted to. I had to accept the fact that shit happened. And the reason I was able to finish stronger is because I didn't let my emotions get the best of me and be like, I gotta fucking send this to catch up. I said, no, I gotta reframe and try to save myself and see if I can come back from this. And luckily I did. Like, after the sled pull, I got back into it. I was able to recover on the runs, and I was able to get back into more like what I would have done if it wasn't for getting stuck on the sled. All while knowing in my head this whole time that I'm not gonna hit my goal. Like, I knew in my head at that moment, I'm like, this goal is gone. Like, 110 was right on my edge, and I spent 8 minutes on the sled. It's done.
Yeah.
Like, I had to go out and finish that and figure it out.
But sometimes it's all about accepting reality.
I had no choice. What
again, as athletes, we all go through that. You accept reality of where you're going to end up. You're not going to be able to do this, like whatever. It doesn't mean you stop. It doesn't mean you stop. accept reality. This is where I am. What can I do? Again, that's a lesson that we could all learn and get better at for life. So,
and the other thing is I knew what I was capable of, and this is where like you have to put in the work and you have to know who you are and what your fitness levels are and what you're about before you step into that. Because like I knew that I put in the training. So like for me, it's like, okay, the sled didn't go well, but I know I'm still strong. I know I'm still fit. I know I put in the work. It wasn't this delusional thing where I was like, I'm going to go sub 110 and I'm not going to do any of the training and I'm just going to like try to manifest this shit. It's like the work was there. So I knew like, okay, if I just get back into a good place, I know I'm strong, I know I can run, I know I can row really well, I know I can do the burpees, I know. So it's just like, let's just get back into it.
And dude, you did so many things well. I'll also give you credit for this too, because we finished the race up, we were able to do, you're able to do what you did, but like, you didn't just fucking sit there and talk about it the rest of the night. Like, it goes back to having the experience. Like, it was so great seeing you finish that. Shooting the shit with you. You talked more about the race in general than you did about that one station. Like, it wasn't even the full focus of your mind.
Yeah, I was like, this is the most fun that I've had.
And then the boys went out and got food.
Which was, dude, it's like
pizza and burgers.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it's about.
Yeah.
There's more to life than like your fuck ups and one performance and whether you were perfect or not. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it matters at times to try your fucking best and put it all out there, but that is the win.
Yeah, and I knew that I did that, and I could be like, I talked about this before the race and on a post. I'm like, or I've shared a post before with like failing my sub 3 attempt last year, which was a year ago.
Oh, for the marathon.
Which was a year ago today. It's like the one thing that I've learned is like I will always be at peace with the outcome if I've put everything into the preparation and I've put everything into the effort actually doing the race. I cannot be upset at myself if I'm putting myself out there and something doesn't go my way like that, and that's what happened. And so like I'm at peace with it because like I did everything I could in training. I had the courage to step into that race, and I had the courage to put a time goal out there that I knew that honestly the likelihood of me succeeding was just as high as it was with me failing. And that's something that I try to do because it pulls a lot more out of me as a person. And if I fail, it's like, cool, that's all good. Like I put it all out there and I learned a lot about myself. At the same time, I was in a healthy place with this. Like I normally I would have spiraled about that shit, but like I was in a good place with where I am, with what I'm doing and what I'm learning, and I'm having fun. It's like, I don't care. I'm upset. Don't get me wrong. I'm frustrated. Like it doesn't make me happy to lose. Like I don't like losing, but I just learned how to deal with it, and I have better perspectives on it. And you will bet your ass I'll come back and I will do a sub 110. Like that's gonna happen. But it's like in that moment, it just couldn't, and I'm not gonna let that ruin everything else that I'm enjoying. And like I have you there. I have my brother there. I have Will there. I have my dad there.
Yeah, it was incredible.
I have like some of my friends that like, what the fuck? Like what else?
Yeah, am I gonna be in a bitchy, grumpy mood?
Like I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go smash a burger, and then I'm gonna go smash a pizza.
Hang out.
And then I'm gonna go hang out with the boys like we're in high school again, talking about girls in the car on the way home.
Yeah, dude, we had such a
you know what I mean though? It's like
wholesome moment.
That's what it's about. Like that's what makes me
girls in the car.
Well, we did. I mean, that's what it's about, man. Like we had fun.
Oh, we were like kids.
Yeah.
It was, man. And again, like, that's also the point too, because you going out and doing something cool like that and putting all this effort into it, it brought people together because we all wanted to support you. And that was a cool experience to be a part of. But like, again, if we're not all out here trying to do cool things and share it with our family and friends, like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Right? And that is growth for me, to be honest. Because like in the past, like that wasn't like, we talked about this a little bit earlier on the pod, a couple pods ago. Like one thing that I've really tried to do this year is serve other people in these performances, because I started the season out hurt. I couldn't run. So I was like, how do I actually just serve the other people in my life that are going through this stuff? Because I also really enjoy that, and I prioritize that with like Will's 50K and like even Will doing his marathon now. And like what that showed me was like, this is what I love. Like, I just love this. And so like now it's like I get to layer my own performance in it and merge those things together. Like that's beautiful for me. Honestly,
like being around it and experiencing it, it's a amazing experience. Like they do a great, Hyrox does a fantastic job. Like it's just really cool. But like, and we'll get to this too, but this is why I was like, I gotta do this. Because there was a part of me that was like, why are you not out there? And this is one topic I wanted to talk about. We talked about it earlier. I don't get to say shit if I'm not willing to put myself out there. I can talk all I want about wanting to do something and blah, 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 but like, and what I could or couldn't do, but if you're not in their arena trying, then like you just shut up. Like you don't get to talk about it. And so this is my like message to people. If there's some like arena and place you want to be a part of, go find a way to be a part of it. You can be a part of anything. Shitty timing, bro.
Sorry.
Fucking guy.
Dude, it's not my fault. We need, continue.
It's all good. I was on a wave, but it's all right. I interrupted one of your waves earlier.
Jump back in, sorry.
Jump back. Also, I'm in a spiral if you don't fucking move this drink. Can you put it somewhere else? You're covering up the Restore 9. Also, shout out to Restore 9. Stay above nutrition. Don't make jokes if I'm trying to do the read-in.
Listen, this product is one of my favorite products, and like we should talk about it because like,
yes,
if you need a post-run, post-endurance, post-workout fueling, I love this product. I use it all through my Hyrox prep. I use it all my marathon prep. And the reason I love it is because it has 50 grams of carbs in it, and it has 25 grams of whey. It has electrolytes. It's perfect to consume like post-hard effort when you don't want to eat. And a lot of people underappreciate the fact that protein in food plays in recovery for your next performance, and this is a great way to get in right away where you don't have to like, if you're not hungry, it's like you just get that in. And the orange flavor is nice because it's easy to like drink and sip on.
Stirs up great.
Yes,
but again, like the carbohydrate thing too, people and more people that we are around are realizing
people are afraid of that.
People are afraid of carbohydrates. Don't be afraid of carbohydrates.
Especially
it's your number one energy source.
Especially if you're an endurance athlete.
Oh my God, if you're performing, this is what you want. Like I've been drinking it. So ever since
it just won't help you push a heavier sled.
It won't help you push a heavier sled. That's on you. Okay. Also, no, I can't segue off. I'm coming back to Rudolph. But straight up though, I've been taking this now since we did the Hyrox day.
Yeah.
And I feel so much better. Like my ability to perform for long periods of time is fantastic. I drink it before sometimes because of carb.
It's like a good snack.
It's a great snack.
Like a pre-workout
in the morning,
snack. Yeah.
Because it doesn't like disrupt my stomach because it's just liquid. It's great.
Dude, I'm with you, man.
Also, there's zinc in it too. For your immune system. Magnesium. Like it's jam-packed. And so from a value standpoint as well, like you don't have to buy all these supplements or like all these supplements and pills. You can just take this.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
I mean, I've been taking it for like over a year now, and like I love it. I wouldn't push it so much, excuse me, if
yeah, I haven't really pushed much in general.
If I didn't love it, because like it's great. So yeah, Restore 9, try it. There you go. You got nutrition. Your little thing. Can I put my can back up there now?
No, you can't put your can back up there. There's just like disrupting things. Okay. Also, 5 days ago or so, I called Dalton Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, because he couldn't push a sled. Actually, that reference doesn't know if it makes sense, but like
it doesn't. I got what you're saying.
I also think you're more of a prancer, if I had to be honest. Like,
I am.
Yeah, it was a sled joke. It hit at the time. I had a good laugh about it, and that's all that really matters.
Listen, I'm here for all that.
Yeah, the chirps. You have to take the chirps.
I can play the game.
I was also there, so I get
Step
to be
into the arena, bro. Let's see if you can push a sled.
Fuck, maybe I'll be a
On
prancer.
that note, I do like where you were headed with
Blitzen, or Donner.
I do like
Cubit, Comet. What the fuck? Am I missing one?
But like I liked where you're going with like what you were talking about with like you belong. Because a lot of people do talk themselves out of this.
Yeah.
And I want to share this story because I think it's powerful. And I think you were trying to get me to share it.
Oh, yeah, the Chicago Run story?
So, like,
hell yeah.
You know, we talked about last podcast source. Like, here's a source moment for me. I'll keep it brief on that front because we don't have to dive into too much. But Clayton Young is a marathoner. He's one of the best American marathoners in the world. I think he finished 8th or 9th at the Olympics in Paris. I've been following him on YouTube for all of last year, watching his build. Like, I find it very motivational to help me get through the things that I'm doing. And I was going to try to run a sub 3-hour marathon last year. And so I fell in love with his content and him as a person, his perspectives, all that stuff. In Chicago, out for a run, some dude comes flying by me. I was like, whoa. We get stopped at a lift bridge, which like...
Is that new for you when someone flies by you?
Not usually.
Yeah, no one's usually flying by you, right?
Happened. No, it does happen.
Delta Airlines.
Yeah. So anyway...
Who the fuck is that?
We get stopped at this lift bridge, and there's a bunch of people there. I happen to stop right next to Clayton, who's just standing there, just like an Olympian standing there. I look at him like, is that? Yeah. And I go, Clayton? He goes, yeah. I go, dude, what's up? I introduce myself, say, hey, like, big fan. Anyway, we have a conversation, and luckily, this is, like, so cool for me. It's like, we're stuck at this bridge for, like, 10 minutes. And no one else is recognizing him, so me and him are having a full-blown conversation. And you know me, it's like, I'm like, all right, what can we pull out of this guy? I'm like, I want to know like what's in his head, like some of the things. And I genuinely was just very like appreciative of like actually being able to meet him. And so I asked him a question. Having the time. I'm like, this never happens. So the 8th best Olympian in the world in the marathon. It's crazy.
And the lift bridge just happens to be up, so you get stopped.
Come on.
Because this guy would have kept flying by you, to be honest.
I would have never saw him again.
I know.
So I asked him, like, I'm just curious, like, you obviously had such a big year last year. I'm like, what is the thing that you learned the most about yourself? I'm like, regardless of running, whatever, like, about yourself. And he's like, oh, that's a good question. I was like, yeah, I know. I host a podcast, bro,
Duh, I'm good at questions.
No, in all seriousness, what he said really sparked my mind, and it's relatable to what he talked about is, he said the thing that changed his perspective this year was he finally felt like he belonged and that his mind was open to what he was capable of, because at the Olympics, he never thought that he would be able to run with the best runners in the world until he put himself in that position and was exposed to the fact that he could run with the best runners in the world. And he's like, from that point forward, my mind has changed because now I believe that I belong, and this guy's going on a tear right now. And what was cool about that is I said to him, I'm like, man, I really appreciate you sharing that with me, because I think that is relatable, and it's very relatable to me as someone who is not an Olympian. But the biggest thing that's changed my life in all areas, business, fitness, relationships, whatever, is just being exposed to the fact that I belong and that I can do the things that other people can do when we tell ourselves that we can't do them.
Yeah, it's a lie.
It's a lie. And so here's a guy who's the best in the world, and these people that we think are so special and untouchable and like, yeah, the dude's a freak, but the things that are going through his head are the exact same things that are going through my head and your head and everyone else's head. And what you want to accomplish in your life is on the other side of being exposed to that, just like him.
And doing it over and over and over.
Over and over.
Like you've talked about with your marathons.
Yep.
And doing this.
Exactly.
And you're going to do more of them. So you will go sub.
I will. Yeah.
What, 110?
110. So like.
Putting it out there, folks. Sub 110.
Yeah. It's still on my bathroom mirror.
Ottawa.
Got to change it to Ottawa, though.
Yeah. Shit. My little sticky note. Ah, damn it. Rip that shit down. That never happened.
But that was cool, man. Like it was like.
It's incredible, actually.
Just meeting him was incredible. Then getting the opportunity and for him to say that, I'm like, man, like.
But we've been meeting people.
Dude, I know.
You've been meeting people. But again, guys, to say this, get on your wave. Be doing all this stuff for you. All these things you want to accomplish in life. Participate. Push yourself hard. Try.
And here's the
expose yourself to people.
And me even just being in Chicago, like the only reason I was in Chicago is because like I went there to like support my friend in the marathon. The whole thing we just talked about, like my focus is here. Like those are things that I wouldn't have done in the past.
Well, dude, I was there filming you for Hyrox, and I literally get tapped on the shoulder from a guy I played high school basketball with. Johan, what's up, dude? Like crazy. This guy taps me on the shoulder. He's looking, like I'm looking the other way. Doesn't know it's me. We both look at each other. Who are you? Like, that's synchronicity. Coincidence, if you want to call it that, synchronicity. You are on the path. That is a sign you are on the path. That is the sign you needed. Like,
just make sure there's no sled.
Be aware. Yo, you gotta move the sled off the path, but that would take you a long time. You had to do that. Shit. Man. What a Rudolph, fuck. So funny. So funny, dude. Anyways, man. What I want everybody to do, I really, really want them to do this. But like, if you've been thinking about something, participating in something, just go do it. Just go show up. Whether it's a dance class or a fucking Hyrox event.
Well, bro, what did you do today?
What? Oh, I went to a Hyrox class. But yeah.
Yeah, but like that's the thing, man. That's just like you identified this, you see it, you're like, oh, I want to try this.
I want to do it.
And then what do you got to do?
And like, to be honest with you, I'm in a good place because I've done the work on this over time, but I'm in a really good place where like I care about how I perform for me, and I don't really give a shit.
Can you share them what today? Tell them about.
About today?
Yeah, your attire.
Okay, you want to talk about the attire?
I want you to share. Well, first of all.
Yeah.
This guy has been on a wave of fashion, and
goes to shout out my fashion.
I want to shout out his fit because like he's been inspiring me to like care a little bit more about what I look like, which is great.
I love style.
Second, this is a nice little outfit that he just got, and so I want you to like just show the people.
What's up? Also, this has my grandfather's. It's like from 1997.
Dude, I love that hat.
That's vintage.
I love that color.
That's vintage.
I love that color. Okay.
Not the Ford shirts.
So great fit here, but share your experience at the gym today, because I think, dude, this is the shit that you need to talk about.
Well, I'll share a couple things, because the style thing's another thing. Like, oh, I'm too old. I can't jump on like the new styles that are also old styles, because we all used to wear baggy clothes back in 2000. But like, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Dude, I might have to wear a crop top.
Ooh, we might have to go crop tops. I'm not gonna lie to you, just like subtly show my belly button off. Like, I have a nice belly button, I've been told. It's like a halfie. So it's not like an innie or an outie. It's a half.
What do you think mine is?
It's a half. I'll share it with the folks in a clip. What do I think yours is? You're for sure an innie.
I am.
Yeah, I think most people are innies, to be honest. I don't know, I wonder what the percentage of split is of humans, innies, outies. Drop that in my DMs, let me know. Ask ChatGPT. But no, you again, you can belong wherever you want. It's all a confidence level. You can participate in what you want. Again, go with your authentic style, what feels right for you. I just got a bunch of new clothes that I wanted to try, and I love it. I love that I get to do this again. And again, as I got older, somewhere in my 20s, I used to be all about trends and different fashion things and buying hats. And I just, at a certain point, kept feeling like, oh, I shouldn't waste my money on that, or oh, like I'm getting older and I have to buy all this professional clothes. Oh God, get out of your fucking head about that.
It's the same thing with not being competitive. It's like, oh, you're older now, it shouldn't be competitive, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah, fuck that shit. That's like other people's projection on you about how they copped out of their own dreams. Like, get off that fucking garbage. My biggest thing, I said this to somebody recently, we were having like just a conversation, and I was like, you don't have to be serious to be confident, or serious to be like to sound professional, right? Like, you can be like professional and come off really great and like what you're talking about, without being like really serious. Like, you can have a flair to it.
You can be you.
Yeah, you can be you. Like, I think it's, anyways, we get so caught up in what we have to be because we have fear of like not being liked. Like, whether it's an interview or going to, again, a Hyrox class, or like, who fucking cares? If someone doesn't like you, that's great. Then you know that they're not for you, or that job's not for you. There's so many jobs that I didn't get that like actually led me to the job I was supposed to get. And I got it because I was being myself, and it actually fit my skills better. And thank goodness I didn't have to go do it, right? But no, today I got back into a Hyrox class, and I'd gone to one, last February. And I don't look back on that and say I should have participated in Toronto, and I should have been like working up to it like everybody else. Like, it wasn't the time for me, and I just kind of knew that. I've been able to like work on my running and get better at a lot of different things. I've been working a ton on my business, and again, like, there are all facets to life. I can't just focus on one, right? So, me being like somewhat athletic is an aspect of me, but me being a business owner is another aspect of me. So I had to balance. So now I feel like, because I've worked back up to a good place, I can balance this and I can go for it. And I actually like feel good about performing. I showed up today and I knew where things would kind of be hard. I was really impressed with the way I ran. I was pushing myself really fucking hard, and I was doing the sled like, dude.
Yeah, how'd you feel, bro? Tell them what you
said. I'm Donner. Not Connor, I'm Donner, one of the fucking reindeer.
Yeah, good. You had a little snippet.
I did. I only had two full lengths, and my heart felt like,
how much weight was on? How much was it?
No, it was a pro weight.
Sure it was.
Open weight.
Yeah,
I think I took the lesser one.
Yeah, bro, fucking.
Dude, it was hard, and that's why I felt for you. But again, I'm in the arena, so we can have this conversation a little better, which is great.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, dude, that's what I was there for.
Okay.
Did I care? I got stuck, and I had to like, almost thought I was gonna like die, and like I had to walk away from it for a bit and come back. No, I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah.
I am there to push myself to see what I can do.
And what else didn't you care about? Tell them.
Oh man, god damn it. Fine.
Because I think this is important, man.
Okay, I'm a bald man. We all know. I like to wear a hat when I do lots of things because I have a shiny ass head. But instead today, I didn't wear a hat and I took my shirt off because I was like, I want to fucking be out there with the boys.
Which like is something that you would not maybe normally do. Or
yeah,
like
I always
you
wear
told
a hat
me
when
it's
I
like,
work out
well, both
in
of
front
those
other
things.
people and stuff.
But why did that? But the reasoning behind it was like, you're like, I'm here for me. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm here for me. I'm also here to push past my fears. And the fact that I was reading a book. What's the book called? Because you gave it to me.
Fear of other people's opinion, I think it is.
Yeah, fear of other people's opinions, something.
Yeah.
The key to like unlocking your life. It was saying like, I don't know, if you're worried about lots of different things and you kind of get anxious in certain situations, like take a pulse check of that and then do them. It's like micro exposure. And it's like funny because I do like style and I do like outfits, but I do think about it a lot. So when I'm going into a workout with other people and stuff, I want to look my best, obviously. But I was like, what can you do to like really put yourself in an uncomfortable position so that you remind yourself that it doesn't matter and you can just focus on you?
Expose that noggin, baby.
Yeah, I exposed my noggin big time. And
but what did you learn? You told me, you're like, no one cared.
Well, I mean, I know no one cares.
But the thing is like most of the time people make those decisions. I've done this because you care about what other people might think. At the end of the day, no one cares. So a lot of times people hold themselves back from doing anything that they want to do or think they want to do because they think other people are going to judge them when in reality, no one gives a fuck. And all those people are worried about you judging them that they're not even going to judge you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm not really worried about people judging me for the bald thing.
No, but I'm just saying the lesson in this.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about people judging me for the bald thing. I'm more worried about them getting blinded from the glare off my head.
Shit.
If they're doing a wall ball and all of a sudden, shit, and they take the ball off the head, that's my fault. I'm liable. And I'm worried about that.
You should be worried about that.
But I am more worried about like that's why I did this shirtless pic on Instagram the other day with like when I was feeling myself. Like, dude, I want more people to feel themselves. Wear the fit on Instagram that you want to wear. Fucking take your shirt off the way, like, and fucking pose and flex. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't. I want you to feel like, and it doesn't matter what I even think of that when you do it. It doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
I will think for 5 seconds and either be like, well, I pretty much celebrate everybody these days, but like, I'll be like, oh, fuck, dope, do your thing. And then I'll move the fuck on. Because I'm worried about my shit.
Yeah.
And that's why every time you fail, you can't push the fucking sled, or like something goes wrong, you don't get the job, move on. No one cares. Like, no one cares. Like, and you shouldn't either. It's not a representation of you and your value. It is maybe a stage of where you're at, and it's showing you the path to get better, to do more, to improve your skills, depending on what realm it is, right? So stay in the arena. Don't leave. That's like the major thing. So yeah, today was an eye-opening day, but I'm trying to do more and more of that shit. I'm just trying to be me. I'm just out here running. Like, I don't care if I pass this person or I'm behind this person. If I felt like I had more and this person passes me, I'm passing you because I want to push myself, not because of you, right? And if I fade back because I just did the sled and my heart was gonna burst and like I gotta take it down a little bit, then I'm gonna do that.
But here's the lesson in that is that will lead you to become the best version of you and be the best performer you can be.
Well, hell yeah.
Because the people that operate from that lens are the ones that consistently show up, are the ones that consistently train, are the ones that consistently grow, and that over a long period of time is going to get you your goals.
Dude, I have learned so much from you about the body and just like how it adapts. And
you gonna gas me up again?
Wow, buddy, I might. You just have put so much of a better. I used to be a little bit of a hypochondriac. Everything used to be an injury or like a little tweak, and it's just not. And we just tell ourselves that shit. But one thing I've learned from you is adaptation over time and tolerance level of tissue, and just so today, I literally in my head, I'm like, cool, you suck at this, great, you're adapting right now. Like I'm getting better as I do it.
Totally, bro.
So I'm like,
dude.
This coach is yelling at me to do one more length. Like I gotta fucking put one more in. It doesn't matter.
But that mindset is, if you operating from that mindset, is the number one thing that will change your life.
Well, I think about it every time I run.
And it's not even in the context of injury. That principle of life, if you're thinking of it that way, it's like I'm just adapting. I'm just growing.
I'm adapting to everything. I'm trying to like
emotionally,
expose myself.
Physically, spiritually, whatever.
Yeah, and again, I think the concept of micro exposure, I also want to say one more thing from that book after because it was good, but the concept of like micro exposure just shows you that one, the thing you're dreading isn't going to happen. It's not, all these worries and concerns aren't going to happen. I only met amazing people, which I knew I would today. I wasn't worried about today at all. It was more just like how I felt.
Also, go ahead, sorry.
No, I'm just trying not to be as tied to like certain things like that I have compulsive like little insecurities about. Like the bald thing's such a funny thing because like I remember when it happened and I was so insecure about it, and now everybody knows me as bald, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But like you even know this, like when my head gets like chia petty. I was with somebody the other day and I put a hoodie on and the fabric got all caught to my head. This happens all the time. And it fucking makes me look like I have hair kind of, but it's like fabric and I have to like fucking scratch it off. It's like sucks. It happens all the time. I used to. The guys at basketball the one time just let me have shit on my head and didn't tell me for like a whole practice. They're bastards, but it's fun. Like it is something I've had to accept, and it doesn't like matter, and it still bothers me sometimes. But like
But
that's okay.
That's the thing you're getting at. It's like we think it's gonna happen, and most of the time it doesn't happen. But then if it does happen, in the end, it doesn't fucking matter because like you move on. It's like, oh, you can't push the sled? Cool. Oh, you can't hit 120? Cool. Move on. What are you gonna do with it? Your worst nightmare came true?
Yeah.
First quarter, you fucking got hit in the mouth. It doesn't matter. It's like if your worst nightmare comes true, what are you gonna do with it? You got to deal with it.
Buddy, fuck, I could go deep on that. Like, when your worst fear happens and you absolutely break on it and then you rebuild, you realize like any fear that you have that happens doesn't really matter. Everything is about moving forward. I think, go ahead.
That's why putting yourself in the positions to be exposed to that is important, and that's why to bring up a full circle to Hyrox, that is why I put myself in those positions for those moments to occur, because I would rather learn how to manage myself in the fact that I can't push a sled and I need to continue on and know how I'm going to respond, the emotions, how do my mindset work, so that the time when the real nightmare comes, the real fear comes, the real shit happens, it's like, oh, okay.
I can address this.
Like, I can navigate this. And like lucky,
it's adaptability.
I shouldn't even I say lucky, which is crazy, but like I've been exposed to some shit in my life that has like resulted in me having to understand how to navigate adversity and shit that you don't think would ever happen to you. And like, it's crazy for me to even say that I'm lucky that I'm exposed to that, because I've learned so much about myself and how to navigate it that I feel like it doesn't matter what the fuck happens. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna deal with it.
Yeah, and I don't mean to disrespect you or anything. Like, I don't think you're gonna take this the wrong way, but like, everybody has gone through a bunch of different versions of hard and awful and shitty things. And so like, it is your goal, it has to be your goal as a person to figure out how to become aware of how that's affecting you, understand it, feel those emotions, work through it slowly, and then move forward and rebuild for yourself. It's not easy, and I can't speak for other people's challenges. I can't speak for yours, right? But I can speak for my own, and I can tell you that is the path, because the other option is just stopping.
Amen, dude. That's life.
So, and life is tragic sometimes, but
it is.
It's about what we do with the tragedy that matters, right?
And if you take responsibility for that, that's what you just talked about.
Own it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, learn that, and honestly, what's gonna stop you?
Yeah.
It's just like learning that fucking hard.
Yeah,
it sucks.
When I was in therapy school for that hot minute, I was there.
That's what kicked this pod off.
Yeah, right. That is what kicked the pod off. When I was in my master's, one of the first things they said about like diagnosis was that you're supposed to work on like not putting people into a box with it. It's supposed to like allow people to be aware of like what's happening and maybe why, and then figure out mechanisms to get better. But it's not supposed to be used, nor is it supposed to be like allowed to, like, you don't want to encourage people to get stuck in a box of like, this is all I can be and I'm stuck here, right? Mm-hmm. Like, and again, I've been through therapy myself, and I've learned lots about myself. And it's funny now because I think back to when, you know, I was given certain information and I'm like, I don't even think about that anymore. I've just learned how to work with what I have and build on who I am, so that I can like serve myself really well, and then also like do cool shit in the world. And I think everybody has that power. It's just you have to kind of regain it maybe if you've lost it. So that is, you know, my message to you is like, there's always a path to regaining your power. It just takes time, and you have to just stay in it and keep working. So that's why I think that's a big reason why we do this podcast too, is to help people do that.
Dude, this man, honestly, right now, bro.
What?
I'm gonna say this.
Yo.
This guy's on a wave.
On a wave, man.
These last couple weeks, dude. I'm telling you, man. It's fun to watch. It's fun to watch as your friend. It's cool, man.
Dude, that's cool. Hilarious.
It's cool. It's a good place. You're the talent now.
I'm the talent now. It's switched.
I think like I might have to be like the way we might have to switch the.
I'm the stylist and the talent.
I might have to be D Wade.
I'll be throwing you. Oh, you be throwing me lobs? Is that a toe tapper?
It's a toe tapper.
We're gonna end it.
Wrap it up.
Thanks, folks. Episode 8.
Peace.